Hello, Bonita Bay Club. Justin Smith here, one of your PGA teaching professionals. Today I want to talk about a common mistake that I see in one's golf swing, but maybe the mistake we can actually just clean it up during the swing and use it in a positive way. Okay, the main thing that I'm talking about today is the trail arm kind of sucking behind you, as I call it, cranking the lawnmower. So a lot of time we're going to feel this trail arm go into internal rotation and our forearms basically facing the ground. What this does for a golfer, it opens the face and it gets a very steep shaft plane at the top of the swing. So if you have an open face, a lot of times we're gonna have to come over the top and flip to do this. Let's just say that I said that you can keep the elbow there. What are a few key things that we can potentially use to our advantage? Number one, if we're going to do this with our trail arm, we need to strengthen our grip. Because what I just said before is the club face does get a little bit open when we get in this position. So take your lead hand and just slightly turn to the right for a right-handed golfer. And for a left-handed golfer, that top hand for the right hand, you just turn it a little bit to the left. That'll help us square the face up. Number two is we want to keep these elbows, especially the right one, lower. What we're trying to do here is strengthen the grip, keep this elbow a little bit lower so we can now get our elbow back in front of our baseline quickly. So we want to stay low there. We want to sort of counter our club face with a stronger grip so we can make that motion. That is a way to use this quote unquote incorrect area and make it a positive. But let's say you want to change it, right? A lot of times what happens here is just limited mobility and sort of like the T-spine area, lat area, anywhere sort of upper back, scapula. And a drill for that would be if you took both knuckles on your pointer finger and put them against your temples, all right? You want to squeeze your elbows together. And I want you to basically, when you go up, you're going to flex your back up. You're almost going to do a little cat-cow, but on the upper back. So we're not doing lower back, we're going to do the upper back. And the object of this is to keep your elbows close together throughout the golf swing. Okay, so if we do it correctly, we're going to put these here like this, and we're going to down and up. And if you have limited mobility in the upper back, these arms will start to move away from each other. So if I look to the sky, we're going to keep these together and kind of look at it like this. See, I'm rounding my upper back and then extending it, and my elbows are staying together. So if we want to change that, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to change that if we do it diligently and effectively. We also have our fitness center, that has a lot of knowledge in there, meaning that we have a lot of instructors and teachers up there that can help you with your mobility, flexibility, and such. If you fight this, as I said, I gave you a few ways to change it to obviously get a positive out of somewhat that we think is a negative, or if we want to change it, then I gave you a few exercises for that. Obviously, our instructional team can help you with this issue, and sometimes it's sort of personal, meaning that you might do it a little differently than the other person. Lastly, I know we all like to use sort of a smart ball between our forearms, and we get to this position, and that's good. Okay, but from here, basically it's just a fake backswing from here on the way up because the elbows start to separate, and there goes the ball. But if we have good mobility up in that area, we can start to take this smart ball, or like my 4-year-old little beach ball here that I got from my son's room. We can get to parallel with the ground with the golf club and then continue to rotate up to the top. You see how it's still staying together? There's going to be a little bit of give up there. But what I'm trying to say is there are ways to fix this, but there's also a way to fix it with still that trail arm moving into sort of that internal rotation. So if you have any questions regarding this, feel free to reach out to our instructional team. We'll be happy to help. Have a blessed day.